Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin got another rejection and unfortunately the breakout completely failed. But let me now show you what is the next likely move. First, you're going to see after Bitcoin literally almost to the exact dollar accuracy hit our major golden Fibonacci ratio, and also after we got a successful swing failure pattern or a liquidity grab above the recent high, we are right now experiencing quite a significant move down. And remember what we were saying for the past couple of days. Exactly at this specific area, we are not interested to fire any long or buy positions. We took some profits on all of our long trades, and also additionally we entered a short position almost exactly at the high at 117.5 thousand US dollar area. Now additionally, why are we right now actually pushing much lower right here? Pay attention to the CVD indicator and to the open interest indicator. The CVD indicator is measuring if brand new buying or selling pressure is coming in the market, and what you're right now going to see, brand new higher highs have been forming on the CVD indicator, and also open interest has been seeing a very nice push towards the upside, which simply means people on the entire move down, they have been entering brand new long or buy positions. But the reality right now is, even though they were buying, even though they were longing Bitcoin, we clearly got a push down, which means all of the buying pressure got absorbed, bearish divergence, and of course also a bearish Bitcoin indication. That is right now why we are seeing a push towards the downside, and that is also right now why our short position right here is being in a very nice profit. Additionally, remember what we said yesterday. The only important level you should be aware of is going to be our volume level, measuring right now the entire price action with volume, and you're clearly going to see the value area high at 116.6 thousand US dollars is right now being a very important area of resistance. Yesterday, we simply said, if we lose our value area high right here, bearish Bitcoin indication, and only in that case, we might be looking for a bigger rotation back towards the downside. Exactly what has been right now happening for the past couple of hours. So the volume theory is very simple. If we do get acceptance below the value area high, we could be looking for a push towards the downside, at least towards the value area low right here. That is right now why in the next couple of days, in the next couple of hours, at least in my opinion, Bitcoin can definitely continue lower towards the area of approximately 114.8 thousand US dollar area. But of course, if we are not going to go lower and Bitcoin pumps right here, again, bullish indication, if we are going to be once again above the value area high, in that case, I get stopped out of my short position right here, and simply we are going to look for higher targets. But at least as right now, we are still below the value area high, which simply means there is right now a higher probability of Bitcoin moving towards the downside to approximately 114.8 thousand US dollars. Now, additionally, remember what I said yesterday. I shared with you an extremely bullish scenario where we identified that Bitcoin got the first impulse right here, we got a correction. And right now, if we do continue higher, we can still talk about our third Elliott wave, the fourth one, and then of course also the fifth one. Now, this specific 5-wave price structure at the moment still remains valid. But for us to right now say that Bitcoin does have a high probability of pushing towards the upside, forming another higher high, simply, again, we need to get acceptance above the value area high. And unless we are going to go above this specific volume level, unfortunately, we cannot right now directly target the price targets of the third Elliott wave, because simply we trade from level to level. Yes, this bullish Elliott wave count definitely does remain valid, but the thing is, we need to see a sign of strength, we need to see Bitcoin moving exactly above this specific volume level at 116.6 thousand US dollar area. That is now why I want to also share with you an ascending channel we can identify on the 1 hourly time frame. But before we do talk about that, I would really appreciate for you to smash up the like button, because 1000 likes are really possible, and also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let me right now share with you why, if we do go right now higher, we can definitely look for higher targets for our third Elliott wave. What we are right now going to do, let's let's go with our parallel channel right here, connecting all of our higher lows with a diagonal area of support, extending this one toward the upside. And what you can right now see, Bitcoin on the 1 hourly time frame might even be trading in some kind of an ascending channel, and you're also going to see only a couple of hours ago we almost perfectly hit the bottom of our ascending channel. That being said, if we right now do continue higher, if our value area high is going to be reclaimed, sure, we could then target another higher high right here, at least towards the area of the top of the ascending channel at approximately 118.5 thousand US dollar area. Now, let me also talk about liquidations, because only a couple of hours ago, literally 1 hour ago, I posted a very important chart where I said the biggest liquidation cluster at the moment, it is going to be exactly below the recent lows. So what does that mean? The biggest magnet for Bitcoin is right now going to be 114.2 thousand US dollar area. So let's right now try and combine everything together. Sure, our bullish Elliott wave count right now remains valid, but we are going to increase the probability of it playing out only if we do see acceptance above the value area high. Because right now we are below the volume level, and also because our bigger liquidations are still going to be below our recent lows, I would still say there is right now just a slightly higher probability of Bitcoin moving lower. That is why I am not going to fully close my short position on Bitcoin from approximately 117.5 thousand US dollar area. Now, additionally, what if we zoom in a little bit on the 1 week time frame right here? What you're right now going to notice on the 1 week Bitcoin liquidation heat map, pretty much almost the exact same story. We have bigger liquidations exactly at 114.3 thousand US dollars, but yes, above our recent highs, we also have approximately 168 million of short positions getting liquidated. The reality is, both of those liquidation clusters are very similar, but the reality is, the bigger one, it is still going to be the one exactly below the recent lows. So that is right now why, let's see if in the next couple of hours, Bitcoin is actually going to get another push down. And of course, if we are going to hit our major liquidations cluster right here, for sure, we can then be looking to enter another long or a buying position on the Bitcoin price itself. But why so? Simply because, literally, exactly below the recent lows where majority of the market is going to get completely liquidated, we also have another very important level. So what is actually going to be the most important exponential moving average I usually pay attention to? And of course, it's going to be 50 and 200 exponential moving average on the 4 hourly time frame. Usually in a very strong uptrend, 50 EMA is being very nicely respected, we hit the level, and then we get usually a very nice bounce towards the upside. Of course, again, we can already get a bounce where we are as of right now, but the reality is, if we are going to hit our bigger liquidations cluster right here, we are then simply going to pay attention towards the 200 EMA. And 200 EMA as well has been very nicely respected in the past. The 200 EMA on the 4 hourly is coming in literally almost exactly below our recent lows. So that is right now why, if Bitcoin does get another push down, we hit our 200 EMA on the 4 hourly time frame, and then also we do see acceptance back into our horizontal range right here, bullish Bitcoin indication, we are going to look for another long or a buying position, and then of course also for Bitcoin to continue its way massively towards the upside, maybe even towards another all-time high in the next couple of days. That is right now why, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free 8,000 US dollar bonus without KYC and without VPN with the second link down below, because only after you're going to register, you're already going to get 10 USDT completely for free, but then also deposit, because you're going to get a 20% deposit bonus using the second link down below after you register and after initial deposit. Right now, let me also share with you something very interesting forming on the RSI, MACD, and also money flow indicator, because it actually does look like many different indicators are right now being slightly more bullish. If we go right now with the RSI right here, MACD, and also money flow on the 4 hourly time frame, you're actually going to see something very interesting. Our RSI indicator is clearly forming brand new lower lows right here, but the Bitcoin price, it is still forming another higher low. So this right here is clearly going to be a hidden bullish divergence, and it simply means continuation of the trend is slightly more likely towards the upside. upside. Additionally, MACD indicator lower low right here, while Bitcoin price is still forming another higher low. And pretty much the exact same story is right now happening on the 2-hourly on the money flow indicator. Lower lows right here, higher lows on Bitcoin. So many different indicators are right now being slightly more bullish. Not only the RSI, also MACD, money flow, and also right now, what if we go with our Elliott stochastic CG oscillator on the daily time frame? We are being exactly in the oversold area, not only on the daily time frame, but actually also on the weekly time frame right here. We are being in the oversold area, which technically speaking, it is definitely going to be a bullish Bitcoin indication. So do not get me wrong, I am not flipping extremely bearish on Bitcoin. All I'm right now telling to you is that yes, bigger liquidations are below the recent lows. Bearish Bitcoin indication. Additionally, we are not invalidating our bullish Elliott wave count, but of course, for us to increase the probabilities of our bullish Elliott wave count actually playing out, we need to reclaim literally as soon as possible our very important value area high at 116.6 thousand US dollar area. And let me right now actually share with you why this specific volume level is such an important price target. Only a couple of hours ago, Bitcoin confirmed a brand new daily high term time frame area of resistance at approximately 117,000 US dollars. Yes, our daily level is just slightly higher than our value area high, but also going with our Fibonacci retracement from the swing high back towards the swing low. Also, golden pocket is coming in approximately at this specific area. So it really does look like Bitcoin, if we want to see a sign of strength, really needs to break a major area of resistance towards the upside. Golden pocket, daily level, and the value area high. If we are able to do so, bullish indication, let's look for much higher price targets. But nevertheless, because right now we are below the value area high, first of all, we are going to see if Bitcoin does continue lower. And of course, if we hit our major support area right here at approximately 114,000 US dollars, not only majority of the market is going to get completely wrecked, but also we can be looking to enter another long or buying position, looking then for much higher price targets in the next couple of days. That is right now why, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free bonus using the stack link down below, because only after you register, you're already going to get 10 USDT, but then also deposit because you're going to get a 20% deposit bonus. But also right now, thank you very much for smashing up the like button.